Hello, my friends. My name is Antonio, and you are welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. The only channel where every day I show you a property for sale in the Italian market. In each video, I select a property in a different town in one of the 20 beautiful regions of Italy. But so, my friends, let's start and let me introduce you today's property. In today's video, I bring you to Apulia region, Brindisi province, and we are, let's say, in the countryside because the house for sale is a villa. So we are talking about villa for sale in Barbato, not number disclosed, Minuta Paradiso, Brindisi province. The asking price, my friend, for this villa is 49,000 euro, which is quite interesting for me, let's say. Now, the size of the property is about 85 square meters, and we are talking about a property that has 5 rooms. Now, I picked this property because this property has land, is an independent house, is in a very good condition, and is also very close to the seaside in one of the most beautiful provinces of Italy, in my opinion, Brindisi province. So 49,000 euro for a villa with land and much more. But anyway, we need to investigate. We need to find out all we have to know about this property. But so let's go as usual here on Google Maps, simply to show you where the property is. And so now we are in the south of Italy, Apulia region, Brindisi province, okay, as I said. So we are northern direction from Brindisi, so we are not in Salento, but we are in this area called Valle d'Itria. If you are not familiar with this area, which is Ostuni, Carovigno, San Vito dei Normanni, Mesagne, all this area is called Valle d'Itria, Ceglie Messapica, Francavilla Fontana, beautiful area in my opinion, one of the most beautiful in Italy. Okay, so my friends, what can I say from the location? I can say that we are very close to Brindisi. I'd say we are 15, maybe 20 kilometers away from Brindisi, which is a very short distance. In 20 kilometers, we also have Brindisi Airport, which is an international airport. Okay. So then, as we see, anyway, we are in the countryside, farming land, farming area, agricultural area, and we are very close to the sea, to some of the most beautiful beaches in Apulia region, like Spiaggia di Torre Guaceto, very close, Posti Ceddu, Torre Testa, Torre Rossa. So this area is well known, Punta Penna Grossa, beautiful area. But so, my friend, let's get closer to the property. All right, and let's investigate a bit the area. Now, I selected this location here, which is not the exact location. Here we should be in this area close to Univerde Vivai on this road here, which is Strada Comunale 2, and the property for sale should be this one here. So we have an independent house with a big plot of land, let's say with olive groves. Okay, my friends, we'll go back here to Google Maps later on to check the distances to the main locations around this house, also how far we are from the sea, and then we'll do a bit of Google Street View, even if we are not in the town, but we will explore a bit the area. We'll do a bit of Google Street View as usual at the end of the video. Let's go back to the property here, my friends. And as usual, before I read the property description, so if you like this type of videos, if you like my contents, if you like my work, you are very welcome to hit the like button and put like and to subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's do a recap. Brindisi Province, villa, 49,000 euro, 85 square meters, 5 rooms. And let's read the property description. Now, Primo Immobiliare offers for sale in the immediate vicinity of the Apani coastline. That's what is called this coastline that I show you. A villa of approximately 85 square meters, all on a plot of land of approximately 9,700 square meters. Now, this is nearly 1 hectare of land, because 1 hectare of land is 10,000 square meters. So, my friends, I'd say we are 10,000, maybe we are 110,000 square feet. If I'm not wrong, let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Then completely fenced property with an outdoor swimming pool included in the price. Now, this is amazing, my friends. For 49,000 euro, there is a swimming pool. Also, land, property which is in a good condition, but anyway, we will investigate when very soon we are going to explore the pictures. Now, composed of a large living room, dining area, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, uh, let's say, and repeat living room. So I'd say dining area, living room in one big room, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a kitchen, which is not mentioned here, equipped with hot cold air conditioning. So the heating system is provided through the AC. There is a water supply tank and artisan well. Now, this is another extra, because very important in this area to have a well, so you have access to your own water. The same, and also a well is already expensive. I don't want to tell you. I mean, it costs more than 15, 20,000 euro to build nowadays a well, to dig a well. The sale includes all furnishing, and the house is ready to be inhabited all year around. Appliances are not included. That's fine. Sorry. Price 49,000 euro. Then it shows the distances, 6 kilometers. So the nearest town is San Vito dei Normanni, 30 kilometers from the Ionian Sea, which is the opposite coastline, not the Adriatic one, which is very, very close. 20 kilometers from Ostuni, 20 kilometers from Ceglie Messapica, 10 kilometers from Brindisi Airport. I'd say a bit more, maybe 15. 100 kilometers from Bari Airport. Now, let's read quickly the basic features. Villa, 1 floor, 85 square meters built, 5 rooms, 1 bedroom, plot of land, 1 hectare, 10,000 square meters. Terrace, so we also have a terrace, good condition, orientation. Anyway, it's free on 4 sides, individual heating, air conditioning, heat pump. Okay, here we see already a few pictures, but let's check the price per square meter. Now, here, the price per square meter is 576 euro, but we are talking about the 85 square meters of the property, but is also included 1 hectare of land, which is simply amazing. Okay, my friends, let's start and let's go. Let's dive into the pictures. All right, my friends. So here we have a picture of the house, of this villa from outside. So we have a paved area. Then we can see the building, we can see the structure. We can also see a veranda on the right-hand side of the house. Okay, so here we are. Let's say here we are, the front side. We are in the front side of the house. Now here the veranda is in front of us. We can see the gate, the main entrance, the gate, which is on the left-hand side of the house. The property looks completely fenced. So it's not a very small property. It's not even that very extremely big. I don't think we can build extras, but technically, according to the cadastral plan, it's always possible to build. There is space to build more, probably. Now, in this picture, I want to pay the attention anyway to the good quality of the structure overall, but in particular that there is a tank and there is a solar panel on the roof terrace. So I believe this property can be kind of not 100% self-sufficient from the energetical point of view. Consider that we don't have gas in this property. So, but with a good with a good solar panel system, I'd say you can provide at least 70-80% of all the electricity that you daily need. That's very, very interesting. Okay, another picture. So we have big area, big garden here. I mean, not cultivated. It's not a garden, let's say, but anyway, with a great potential. We can plant trees in this area, but so we have, anyway, an understanding of the building. Then we have a paved area in front of the house. Okay, let's move. And here we are into the property. So let's go back simply to understand that this is the main entrance door. Okay, we see here just on the right hand side of the tree, we have the main entrance. Okay, now here we are in the living area. So from this room, if we start from the right, we can see the access to the kitchen. Then I can see behind the sofa, behind this couch, I can see the chairs of the dining table. We also have a lovely fireplace, main entrance door in a good condition. And I also see here beside this lamp on the right of the television, I can see that the electrical system has been upgraded not long time ago. So has been renovated recently. So I'd say we have a very good electrical system, no radiators, no heating, not natural gas heating. So let's keep moving. The floor tiles are in a good condition. I see a property that went through a renovation not a long time ago. Then we have plenty of windows. We have two windows here. We have the main entrance door. So this is the living area corner. We see the AC, the air conditioner on the top left of the room. Okay, another picture of the living area, which is nice. I like it. Lovely window. These blinds are fine. Looks like the windows are in a good condition. I like these wooden frames. I don't know if the glasses are double glazed, but anyway, that can be improved. Obviously, a house can always be improved, in particular when we are talking about such a small amount of money, like 49,000 euro is an extremely low price for this house, for the condition, for the location, the distance from the sea. So, in my opinion, is a very good property. Okay, here again we are always in the living room. They want to pay the attention to this lovely and cozy space. And here we are in the kitchen, which it looks also very nice. Now, they say the house is sold furnished, which is an extra. So for me, the three extras for now are solar panels that I already saw, furnished. What else? I mean, good condition. Anyway, they say appliances are not included in the price. So maybe washing machine, microwave, television, oven, maybe these type of things are not included. But we see a very good kitchen in a very good condition. I don't see any table, so it's not used as an eating kitchen, but we have all this side that can be used for breakfast, this board here on the left. So then we have two windows in the kitchen, also very bright. Interesting. Okay, my friends, here we are in one of the most interesting pictures because finally, we see the swimming pool. Then we also see the olive groves around, which, I mean, I can count maybe roughly in 1 hectare, maybe we can have, don't know, 40, 50 plants. I see they're quite, they're not very close, the plants, one to each other. So it's also possible to plant more fruit trees in this area. We have this palm. So we have this paved area. And here it seems like we have an extra space used as a storage unit, garage and storage unit. But so here we have the swimming pool. So it's not a built-in in the soil swimming pool, but it's this kind of plastic, but quite big and included in the price. They also said included in the price. So here we are in the veranda. Okay, the roof of the veranda is nothing special. I would renovate these parts. Then we have the gate. The property is all fenced. That's also very important. So at the moment, I see more positive things. I haven't seen anything really disappointing me at the moment, but I'm sure I will find something that could disappoint me. Let's see. Okay, here we have a view of the dining table on the left. I think they put some efforts to take the pictures of this property, the agent. So it looks like one of these agents that are working quite well, because when they put fruits on the table, means they already care about the pictures. Okay, now here we have a picture of one of the two bedrooms. This picture, okay, is not, it's a bit blurry. It's not really, let's see if they have better pictures. Doesn't look extremely big. We have a window, which is very important for me, for all the rooms to have windows. Okay, now here we are in the playground area. I see. Anyway, big garden, big courtyard, let's say. Uh, okay, and here we have a better view of the swimming pool, which anyway, it looks nice. It's included in the price. Why not? Maybe they didn't want to go through bureaucratic papers and to build, maybe they didn't want to spend, obviously, to build a swimming pool. Uh, it costs much more than install one of these building, the swimming pool. And anyway, because you have the well, you have access to your own from your own water. That's also an extra. You don't have to pay because in Italy water is quite expensive. Then we see these trees around. Anyway, it looks like the garden, the field is in need of attention, probably hasn't been looked after very well in the last few years. I guess we have olive trees. Now it looks like this picture. Now these pictures looks like was taken during the wintry months because I see trees without leaves. Even if they decided to put maybe the water into the swimming pool simply to take a picture to show the swimming pool. Okay, now room, I guess this is one of the bedrooms, and maybe they wanted to show no mold, no problems with humidity. Okay, here we are in the bathroom. So this is the bathroom, but for me, the bathroom, I have to say, is one of the weakest point of the house. Let's keep moving. Okay, here we have the access to one of the two bedrooms. It's a little corridor here. Here we are back into the kitchen. Anyway, floor tiles are in a good condition. The kitchen looks like was built recently, installed it recently. Everything looks in a good order, let's say. Again, the house can always be improved. And here we are in the very first bedroom that we saw before. Now, not extremely spacious, but enough space for a double bed. This could be a a guest bedroom. Another view of the kitchen, quite interesting, lovely. Another view of the veranda and the courtyard with this paved area. So the area, the garden can be improved massively, I'd say. We have pine trees also. Interesting. Okay, here they want to pay the attention to the boiler, hot water, the boiler for the hot water that provides hot water probably to all the house, bathroom, and kitchen. We have the fence out from the windows, has security and against intrusion, let's say, against Bulgari. Another picture of the outdoor area. Here we are in the bathroom, my friends, and I think, anyway, the weakest point of the bathroom. And why the bathroom? Okay, I'll go back because I think there is one more picture of the bathroom. Here we are back to the kitchen, which it looks like we have access to one of the two bedrooms from the kitchen here. Anyway, the kitchen is quite spacious. Okay, I see here the fridge. There's not an eating table. It's not an eating kitchen, but spacious enough. I see anyway a lot of furniture. Okay, my friends, the problem of the bathroom, quite small. I have to say this is the only thing, and I cannot figure out, my friends, what can be done simply to improve this bathroom. Simply because, anyway, the space is small. Uh, I don't think it's possible to expand this, even if you have land around, but I don't know, through the cadastral plan, it depends. Again, permissions and so on. Obviously, the bathroom overall is not in a bad condition. It's a pity that it's so small. That's the only thing. But overall, possible to compromise. We've seen that this property, anyway, has a lot of plus, let's say, positive things. Here we are in the master bedroom. Okay, so we have two bedrooms. Not extremely big bedrooms, but I'd say anyway, spacious enough, clean, tidy. Floor tiles are fine, doors are fine, the walls, the structure, everything, electrical system, upgraded recently. So I find this property quite interesting. Okay, another weakest point of this property. Again, so we have the boiler for the hot water in one of the two bedrooms. Because we see this bedroom is close to the kitchen. So this could be a guest room, let's say, obviously. Actually, I see, wow, this is quite interesting. I see a shower, a cubicle shower. I didn't notice before, but this is a shower into the bedroom. Okay, the bathroom has the shower. We see it's possible to take the shower from in the bathroom. It's also interesting anyway to have an extra shower in the bath in this bedroom, which is quite interesting. I don't know, particular, my friends. Let me know what you think about this property in the comment section, below in the comment section. I find that quite interesting. For me, the price of this property, 49,000 euro, not extremely big, but we have, uh, let's say, it's quite interesting. We have a lot of things anyway, given sold furnished, close to the seaside, in a good condition, with solar panels, with a swimming pool, with land, my friends, with the well. So I see a lot of things. I find it quite interesting. Now, let's say that for me, this one here is the property. So, could be this one because I see the street, the gate, the storage unit here. Um, okay, now here we don't see the swimming pool, but I see anyway this area in front of the house. I don't know, maybe it's this one, maybe it's not. They don't disclose actually. Let's go back to the property 1 second to see where they're showing on the map. So basically we have here, oh my friends, wait a second. Okay, here we have Univerde Vivai, this area. Then we have one road here and one road here. Let's go back to Google Street View. So we have Univerde Vivai. That's where they say, that's where the ad says the property is. So we have other villas in the area here, here and there, plenty of fields, farming land. This could be the plot of land with approximately, I'd say, maybe 10, maybe more than 100 trees. So that's interesting, should be inspected anyway. Obviously from here, that's all I can say. Anyway, as a location now I use this one, Villa Luce Ecological, simply to understand how far we are from the main location, even if we saw that before in the description was already saying how far we are from Brindisi. Now I want to show you. So to reach Brindisi center takes 23 minutes, 17 kilometers. So in a very short distance, we are already in a big city with airport. But anyway, from this distance, you won't feel at all to live close to the city. Then let's see how long it takes to reach one of these seaside destinations, like Guna Beach Club, which it looks like the closer. Guna Beach Club. Let's see if we're gonna find out. Contrada Apani, Punta Penna. Let's see how long it takes. Now 16 minutes, 16 minutes by car. It's 7.7 kilometers. And by bike, for example, here it says that it takes 21 minutes to go by bike. Then it should be even closer if we want to reach the nearest beaches, maybe 15 minutes by bike. Spiaggia di Torre Guaceto. Let's see, spiaggia di Torre Guaceto. This is the type of property where I would like to live, to be honest. Impossibile trovare spiaggia di Torre Guaceto. But it's here, spiaggia di Torre Guaceto. Torre Guaceto, let's see, Torre Guaceto. Torre Guaceto. Spiaggia di Torre Guaceto. Okay, to reach this one by bike takes 24 minutes, by walk 1 hour and a half. So in less than 1 hour, for sure, we are on the beach by walk. Anyway, it's not a short distance. We're talking about, anyway, 3-4 kilometers to reach the nearest seaside destination. Okay, what else? By car, it says 8 minutes to reach Torre Guaceto. Let's see what else we can find out. Now we have San Vito dei Normanni, which I think is the nearest town in the area. Okay, let's see the distances. San Vito dei Normanni, which is a beautiful town. Again, is one of my favorite areas in Italy. If I should decide where to live, so close to the sea, I'm a sea lover. Anyway, I love to live out from the city. I love to live in a totally independent house. 15 minutes by car to reach. So for less than 20 minutes, we are in Brindisi. Tiny bit more than 20 minutes, we are in Brindisi. Less than 13 minutes, we are already in San Vito dei Normanni. Okay, now let's do a bit of Google Street View, my friends, simply to understand a bit the area. So let's just go here from Univerde Vivai. Now, Vivai in Italian is where they grow plants and then they sell. So here you can buy all type of fruit trees that you might be interested. So Vivai, now I don't know why here Google Street View. Okay, let's see a bit the area. Anyway, the road is in a good condition. We have asphalt. In many streets in this area, we don't even have asphalt. I mean, obviously, we are talking about a countryside area. Here we have another independent house, but not very well looked after. Let's say with plenty of olive trees around. Then if we keep driving, I don't know why here they keep showing me this arrow like this. Let's see if we find where the property is. So this is the road anyway. Okay. I guess we should find on the left very soon. We should find the property. Should be in this area. If we cannot find, that is not. I'm not familiar with the distances here, obviously. I'd say we should be close. No, up to now I couldn't find. I think I've already passed the property. Okay, let's do like this. Let's investigate a bit better. Okay, no, I still had to go further because the property is here. By what they're saying in the advertising. So it looks like this one here is the property. Let's see if we can have. Okay, it looks like not this one, but this one here. This one here on the left. With this fence. Should be investigated better anyway. Obviously, sometimes they're not always disclosing, but this is the area. Anyway, we have the road with asphalt, so road in a good condition. Let's see here. We have another gate. It looks like this is the property. In my opinion, obviously here we cannot see, but anyway, my friends, let me know your opinion below in the comment section if you find this property interesting. Okay, and from the beautiful Valle d'Itria, Brindisi Province, Apulia region, I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel for another property for sale in one of the 20 beautiful regions of Italy. Bye!